cause stress. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess I'd say that.
Well, that's, I think, given the stress. And for me,
And we're supposed to talk about.
Okay, and then
relationships.
now once they done, and then okay, you guys done? So did you guys look at each other's?
Mhm.
Okay. So could you share with me, Anthony, what Diane's and
Yeah.
number one? Just
Her number one thing
yeah.
is she said that she likes to breathe and meditate to relax herself when she gets stressed. And I asked her if she does the meditation pose, and she said no. So she doesn't do any kind of weird yoga poses, but she does meditate, I guess. Just
Like a pray to God.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay, what about Diane?
He likes to go on walks and he likes to run. Sometimes likes to listen to music.
That's good. What you have to
In the rain sometimes.
Oh, in the rain, huh?
Good times.
Yeah.
That's great. So
Hashtag.
I guess somebody love rain. Okay. How about Ben? Introduce, share about what Ken said about.
So, he's saying usually just like listen to music, or if he can, goes on like a drive. Kind of helps relieve stress and.
Drag racing.
Driving make you relax? Or
Definitely makes me relax.
Oh, that's very interesting. Because when you say driving, it's most likely people just rushing in and stressful and traffic. So that's interesting the way everybody's different. What about you? Could you tell us what the Ben said about the stress?
Well, he usually listens to music or exercises. Sometimes he plays an instrument like the piano or guitar or something like that.
Oh, music. That's great.
All the time.
All the time.
Wow.
I haven't seen you do homework twice.
Wow.
All the time music.
Yeah. And isn't it wonderful to listen to music, enjoy every, tune?
It definitely is, yeah.
Yeah. That's way too, I usually do, listen to music. Sometimes I sing aloud, even I don't have a voice, in the car. So I relate to that. Anybody relate to what Ben's?
I don't play any instruments, but otherwise I would probably do that.
But you like to listen to music?
Yeah. I love listening to music.
So it's kind of
And usually his music, it turns out, because he's playing it.
Oh, okay, so you just
Just sit and listen.
involuntarily listen to. What about the Diane? Do you relate to anything?
Yeah, I like to listen to music. At home, I would usually play my cello.
Oh, you play cello. Oh, see, you guys it's common knowledge about going to dealing with the stress. Yeah. So can you tell me about your meditation that we using make you release your stress? What kind of meditation is that?
Well,
Can you explore?
it's not like that typical meditation, but I would just sit there and like try to not think about anything, and then pray to God.
Pray
or
God.
I have like a journal that I would write on.
Write out your express to talk to God. That's great. I do that too. I talk to God, and that's helped me kind of reorganize my daily stressful life. So that's great. Thank you so much for sharing that. Okay, what about the number two, Anthony? And
Yeah.
what Diane said about number two.
She says she usually gets very negative and angry, and she takes it out on her friends by just ranting to them, which I related to because I like to rant, as both of these two know.
Mm-hmm. Such as what way? Can you
Well,
explore it?
Yeah, well, she was saying that she rants like she'll just talk about her problems to her friends and just describe how terrible it is and how she's probably gonna die, and then and that's kind of what I do. But even when something it doesn't actually, for me, it doesn't, whether it's good or bad, I just rant in general. So
So express out. You guys outwardly when you're stressed out.
yeah, instead of internally
Yeah,
combusting.
okay. So do you think it's a good way to coping? And,
Yeah, as long as she can
stress?
maintain her friendships.
Anybody has comment about what they said? Outwardly express their stress. Can you're quiet? If you
Though I don't
Give
usually
some feedback.
I don't usually outwardly express my stress at all, or maybe a little bit, but like because I just don't.
Let's come to that one day. Yeah. I'm sorry I interrupted you. Go ahead, finish your sentence.
Never mind.
Sorry about that. I forgot that. So okay, so let's what could you what the band said number 2? Oh, did I? Say
Yeah, you did that.
I did it.
Yeah. But she's asking you.
Okay. Sorry.
Well, he says he's usually irritable and tired and distracted, and he usually takes it out on himself. He doesn't really take it out on other people.
Mm-hmm. Could you comment about take it out yourself?
Yeah, because usually, unless like someone has done something to me that's causing stress, like I know it's just something that I've done personally, like I don't know, some homework is due or something that I haven't done and it's stressing me out. Like, oh no, it's due tomorrow. It's 100 points or whatever, and I'll be like, you know what? It's my own fault for not doing it. So it's like punish my own actions for not getting it done.
So when you're stressed, it's just like my fault that
Pretty much.
I'm not gonna do anything about it.
Yeah, I get it done eventually, but.
Okay, now could you about Ken, how
So-
he managed his stress?
Yeah, he kind of started saying it before, but he ends up just kind of like not sharing and just keeping it to himself a bit, just quiet and reserved about it instead of like Anthony, just kind of like ranting about it and like telling friends.
So, Anthony, do you have any comment or feedback to them? Is it a good way? Do you think it's a
Yes.
positive way, negative
As
way?
long as you don't internally combust. I think it's good to externalize somewhat. Also, you want to be careful not to externalize so much that you make the person you're talking to want to throw themselves off a cliff, because I often do that. As both of them testify.
Ken, do you have any say to Anthony and what he's just said to you?
I'm just, laughing at the trueness of that statement.
Okay, so you
It's very accurate.
agree.
Mhm.
So you're more like have both common, and you both have common. You're more inwardly that not to, when you're stressed, internally, and you're more outwardly.
Yeah.
Is that correct statement? Thank you. What about the number 3? Can we start here?
Yeah, she said that school and time are the things that stress her out the most. So, schoolwork and also just running out of time during the day, only 24 hours. Yeah, it stresses her out.
So many things to do in schoolwork. Yeah. Assignment are very hectic. What about you, Anthony? Do you kind of relate with the bro?
Yeah, well, I don't actually, school doesn't usually stress me out, at least it probably should more than it does. I usually have to make myself feel stressed because I don't really care a lot of the time. What
do you mean?
It depends, because
care.
if it's a class where I don't feel like I'm learning anything, then it doesn't seem super important to me to do the homework, because it's like, well, I'm not going to learn anything anyway, so why would I waste my time? Which is probably a bad attitude to have in school, but that's kind of how I feel about it. And so I don't get super stressed out when I do school, but I get stressed out by other things. Yeah. So, but I relate to what she's saying about time, especially.
Okay. What about
Anthony feels most stressed with his relationships, like his friends, things like that.
could you explore about the? Can you not to do that? We just were mainly focusing on our stress things, Anthony. Okay, so what do you what's a friend? She said your friends stress you out?
Well, Ben can attest to this, because anytime that I have an interaction with any person, I come back and talk about it. And we both have lots of conversations about our friendships and relationships in other ways. Or like someone's upset at us about something, and that like it's a big deal. Caleb and I have had lots of conversations, mostly about other friends. I rarely talk about school and my stress concerning that, and more talk about, oh, this person's being mean to this person, or this person's doing this and that, and that stresses me out more. And I think I have like a high level of empathy, so when my friends are like being hurt by someone, it makes me really upset, and stuff like that. So that's what stresses me out more than school.
So it's not directly related to you.
Yeah, well, it's directly related to me. If it's someone who's close to me and then they're in a conflict, then it stresses me out. Or if we are in conflict, that stresses me out even more.
So is anybody can help Anthony when he that kind of relationship and problem with that stress with the friends? Anybody can give him some positive feedback what he can do about it?
Well, Anthony, I'm sure all your